Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge Tpack. It's a framework that helps teachers integrate technology into their classrooms. Tpack is based on the idea that effective teaching is a result of the connections between a teacher's understanding of content, pedagogy, and technology. Tpack is a framework that helps teachers using technology in their teaching. It's combined three components things: content, pedagogy, technology. By connecting these three areas, Tpack helps teachers create better and more effective lessons using technology. What they teach refers to the specific subject matter or topics a teacher is responsible for delivering, such as math, history, science, of language arts. It's the what's of teaching. How they teach pedagogy refers to the teaching methods and strategies used to convey content such as group discussions, hands-on activities, or storytelling. It's all how of teaching. The tools they use technology refers to the digital or physical tools and resources used to enhance teaching and learning, such as computers, educational apps, smart boards, or online platform. Importance in education. It helps teachers integrate technology into their teaching in a way that effective and purposeful. Guides teachers. Helps teachers know how to use technology well in their lessons. Promotes efficient practices. Makes teaching easier and more organized with technology. Helps teachers plan, assess teachers in creating lessons that use technology effectively. Supports student needs, allows teachers to use technology to help all students learn better. Enhance learning makes learning more fun and engaging with technology. Helps teachers adapt if teachers adapted with new teach tools and methods.
Tpack technology. Number one is technological knowledge. Teachers needs to figure out which specific technologies are appropriate in delivering the subject matter to have better understanding and appreciation of the lesson. Because different technologies offer different benefits and can enhance students' engagement and comprehension. By selecting the right technologies, teachers can create a more interactive and dynamic learning environment that allows students to have a better understanding and appreciation of the lesson. The number two is pedagogical knowledge. Teacher deep knowledge about the process and practices or methods of teaching and learning. This includes their expertise in the process of imparting knowledge, their understanding of effective instructional practices, and their familiarity with different teaching methods. This knowledge equips teachers with the necessary skills and strategies to create a meaningful learning experience and support student growth and development. The number three is content knowledge. Teacher knowledge about the subject matter. This includes not only a comprehensive understanding of concept and theories, but also being up to date with the latest research and developments of in the field. Then, TPAC intersection. TPAC intersection, number one is technological pedagogical content. It helps educators understand the interplay between technology and pedagogy. The interplay between technology and pedagogy in the context of teaching and learning. It also emphasizes that the use of specific technologies can transform the way teaching occurs and how students engage with and understanding content. Number two is technological content knowledge. It, it, it is the it, it is an important concept within the framework of educational technology that focuses on relationship between technology and subject matter being taught. It, it also highlights how technology can both influence the way content is delivered and understood, as well as how the nature how the na- how the nature of content can shape the choice and use of technology in educational settings. The number three is pedagogical content knowledge. Pedagogical content knowledge is a special kind of expertise of the teachers. To develop just about knowing the subject matter, they teach like the subject matter like math, history, science, and it's not about knowing how to teach in general. Pedagogical content knowledge happens when a teacher combines both taking their deep understanding of the subject matter and adapting it ways that help students understand it clearly and easily. For example, imagine a math teacher, they might know all the formulas for solving equations, but their students don't need just the formulas. They need someone who can explain why the formulas work and how to use them. A teacher a teacher with pedagogical content knowledge might not might notice that their students struggle with the idea of fraction because they see numbers as a whole. So they might bring in a pizza slice or chocolate bar.
So how TPACK supports lessons planning? Tpack help teacher create effective lesson plans by integrating technology with content and teaching methods. It allows for more dynamic and engaging lesson by using technology tools that enhance the teaching process. So for example is Google Classroom, Kahoot, Virtual Labs. So in Google Classroom, teachers can use Google Classroom to organize and share learning resources, assignments, and feedback, making it easier for students to access materials and stay on track. Next is Kahoot. This interactive quiz tool allows teacher to assess student understanding in a fun, game-like format, which increases student participation and motivation. Next is virtual labs. For subjects like science, virtual labs offer students the chance to perform experiments online, which is especially useful when physical lab access is limited.
Benefits of Tpack and education. First is enhanced student engagement and motivation. Tpack helps teachers use technology in exciting ways that capture students' interest. Interactive tools, games, and simulations make learning fun and engaging. Students become more active learners, taking ownership of their learning process. Next is facilitate differentiated instruction. TPAC allows teachers to tailor instruction to meet the diverse needs of learners. Technology tools can provide individualized support and challenges. Students can work at their own pace and in their preferred learning styles. Third is improve the effectiveness of teaching complex concepts. Technology can help visualize abstract ideas, making them easier to understand. Teachers can use technology to create engaging and interactive lessons. Now, let's proceed to challenges in implementing TPAC. First is access to resources and technology. Not all schools have adequate technology infrastructure or resources. Teachers may need training to use new tools and software effectively. Reliable internet connectivity is essential for online learning and research. Next is teacher training and professional development. Teachers need ongoing training to stay updated on technology trends and best practices. Next is balancing the integration of all TPAC components. It's important to strike a balance between technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge. Teachers should focus on using technology to enhance learning, not replace traditional methods.
Trends in education and technology. Education technology is evolving quickly, changing how students learn and teachers teach. There are three of most impactful trends shaping the future of education today. Number one is increased use of AI in adaptive learning platforms. Adaptive learning platforms use AI to analyze how students learn, tracking their strength, weaknesses, and pace, and then customize lesson to fit their needs. For example, if a student struggle with fractions in math, the system will provide extra practices, problems, and explanation tailored to their difficulty level. Why it is impactful? Because students get exactly the help they need. They need making learning more efficient and less frustrating. Then number two is gamification, immersive learning with virtual reality and augmented reality. Gamification is adding like elements such as points, challenges or rewards to educational activities. Then virtual reality and augmented reality immerse students in simulated environments that make learning interactive and fun. For example, a history class could explore ancient Rome through virtual reality. Virtual reality headset or a science lesson could use augmented reality to let students manipulate 3D models of molecules. Then, why it is impactful? Because these tools make learning more engaging and hands-on, helping students grasp complex ideas through experience rather than memorization. The number three is growth of blended and hybrid learning models. Blended learning models mix traditional classroom teaching with online learning, while hybrid models allow students to attend class in personally and virtually, depending on their preference. This model gives students flexibility and let teachers incorporate diverse resources such as videos, online quizzes, and collaborative tools.
Okay. Tpack, Technological Pedagogical Content Knowledge, is a crucial for enhancing teaching and learning by integrating content knowledge, pedagogy, and technology. Its implementation benefits education in several ways. One of these is increase student engagement. Technology tools like Kahoot, Google Classroom makes lesson interactive and motivating. But let's just focus on using Kahoot because in Google Classroom we were just interactive when we are a giving a lesson and quiz and other materials or having a activity. But in Kahoot, and in terms of we're having a discussion in class one, Kahoot is a gamified learning. Kahoot is gamified based learning platforms where students are questioned in a quiz format and often with a competitive element. This turns learning process into a fun, exciting experiences, motivating students to participate more actively. This type of using a Kahoot is like a motivating or uh, in lesson planning or in lesson uh, proper discussion. Using Kahoot will motivate your students to participate or to give them a active participating in a classroom. The next one is improved learning outcomes. Technology aids in visualizing concepts, providing instant feedback, and helping students understand complex topics. In using Tpack and this implementing Tpack, help students to more explore in their own way of teaching themselves, right? Because in 21st century, like the students they're able to handle themselves in the types of learning, so the students will improve learning the outcomes because they also the one who focuses on studying it or having finding the materials about it, because this time we are a 21st century or the learner-centered teaching. That's why the students will learn, improves the learning outcome because of the technology aids in visualizing concepts. And this type of teaching will provide an instant feedback, and in that instant feedback, the students help this time helping students to understand the complex topics. Uh, some of our topics will be unable to understand immediately because in our traditional way of teaching, we're just using a word, we're just teaching it, and we're just having it the in writing in a blackboard or in a Manila paper. But in the new learning or in the first century of having this technology, we will more impact to the student to our what we want to explain to them to teach them because of this visual aids concept. The next one is encourage collaboration. Platforms like Google Classroom foster teamwork and real-time monitoring for progress. Just like what I said earlier, because of having this a post-pandemic and now we're having a technology base, Google Classroom encourage collaboration because we're having connecting with our students because of our giving their topics, the materials, the resources that they're just browsing it, and the activity that they need to pass or they need to do. And in this type of visual aids, so we're having a good communication to our student and collaboration and teamwork, time monitoring for progress. Because in this type of Google Classroom, each student need to collaboratively or to communicate properly in their peers to make a good outcomes of their projects. Okay, the next one is support differentiated instructions. Technology allow teachers to tailor lessons to diverse student needs. Because of this having Tpack right now, the instructors or the facilitators will have a more tailored lessons to give the students to diverse to the students' needs because of having technology right now. Because in past times, having a difficult resources or finding the resources to give their students to diversity to the students because we're having a different type of students, right? We all know that we have a multiple intelligent type of students, but we're having a technology right now and we're having a massive finding resources. That's why this helps teachers to tailor their lessons in a more diverse, more well presented topic to their students so they understand it pretty well. And it also promotes active learning because technology facilitates student centered activities, enhancing critical thinking and problem solving. Well, just like I just repeated myself because of having this technology we're having right now, the technology, the teachers can also manage well the facilities because of having this technology and we're having a good communicating in a classroom because we're having a visual aids and we're having Kahoot to give them a motivation. Now we're having these student-centered activities to enhance their critical thinking and problem solving. But in types of group, individual, because of this we're having a active learning or active interaction in a classroom, and that's what a the beautiful well developed in our teaching right now because of this TPAC and technology that we're using to foster students and to give them a proper teaching. Okay, up next is build 21st century skills. Students develop digital literacy, creativity, and collaboration skills necessary for the future careers. Now, as me, being a aspiring educator, having this digital literacy creativity just to make a good PowerPoint presentation because I'm using my creativity to get at the attention of my students, right? Because having their attention is we're having a active interaction. And when having interaction, we have a active student participation in the classroom. And this because of TPAC. Now we're having TPAC right now. We will develop to the students a more creativity and collaboration necessary for their own future. And me, well, I'm having uh, studying and using technology right now because as aspiring teacher, just like I said earlier, we will using it in our discussion. But in the time goes by, I don't really know if I'm going to be a teacher. That's why having this necessary having this type of skills will make me go beyond my profession or beyond my careers for the future of my careers. And the next one is to support remote learning. TPAC is ideal for hybrid and online education environments. Okay, because of this, TPAC is really useful. And one of the example of this is the pandemic. In time of pandemic, there's a two type of classes, asynchronous and synchronous classes. Now, because of we're having TPAC, we're supporting the remote type of learning. We're giving them a module to if they want to use module, but for ideal purposes right now, or we're having using right now, is the online education environments. It's like I said earlier, we're using Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, sending various type of resources, links. Uh, we're giving them activities, materials, and they were having quiz. And because of people with a remote environment or in the far places, they were able to learn the education they need because we're having a TPAC that supports remote learning. Encourages lifelong learning. It motivates teachers to continuously improve their practice through technology and professional development. Right now, we're having TPAC and this type of technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge. We're having to improve our teaching to give the students a proper needs for their knowledge in their education. Because as times goes by, you will see the differences between the traditional and the 21st century, or the learned teaching right now, and the professionalism that we will develop each time of seminars, each time of process that we develop. TPAC supported it, and it's encouraged lifelong learning because, as I said in a previous video, in the previous earlier, it focuses on improved teaching practices, and yes, I said earlier, as times goes by, we will develop ourselves not as professional but a person also, because even if we are teachers, we will still learning, right? And we will improve each every day. And TPAC encourage lifelong learning. Up next is promotes personalized learning. Technology adapts content to individual students' needs, ensuring effective learning, and improves assessment and feedback. Real-time assessments and feedbacks help monitor and guide the student process. In our subject, A- AIL, and we after that we gave our assessment or the activities to Sir Marvin. After a long time, he gave us a feedback to our studies or our activities, and it also includes the scores, why we made or what why we made a pass, or where where bagsak, why we fail, and it helps us to assess ourselves what we didn't give or the I will give the best. No, no, no. You did give your best, but there's a type that you didn't include in your report. That's why having a feedback help monitor and guide the students' progress. What they need to do, what they need to learn, what they need to develop more, to present more in activities or other type of assessment that they need to work.
Now we are on conclusion. We explore the technological, pedagogical, and content knowledge, Tpack framework, and its critical role in modern education. The key points highlighted included: number 1, definition and importance of Tpack. Tpack framework that integrates three core ideas of knowledge: technology, teaching methods, and subject content. It emphasizes the interplay between these areas to design effective technology-enhanced learning experience. Number 2, components of TPAC: technological knowledge, understanding how to use digital tools and resources effectively; pedagogical knowledge, knowledge of teaching methods and strategies; content knowledge, mastery of the subject matter; technological pedagogical knowledge, how technology supports teaching methods; technological content knowledge, how technology enhances content delivery; pedagogical content knowledge, how teaching methods align with content. Full TPAC seamless integrations of technology, pedagogy, and content. Number 3, applications in teaching. Teachers use TPAC to create dynamic lessons, integrating tools like Google Classroom for collaboration and assignment, Kahoot for interactive quizzes, virtual labs to simulate experience in science classes. Number 4, benefits: enhance student engagement, interactive tools make learning more enjoyable, differentiated instructions, technology allows for personalized learning paths, deeper understanding of complex concepts, visual aids and simulation support comprehension. Number 5, challenges: resource limitations. Not all schools have access to advanced technology. Teacher training: educators need a professional development to use TPAC effectively. Balancing components, integrating all three areas can be difficult.